During the 90s, my first full decade in the Senate, under President Clinton, with whom I was close, there was a major push to bring China into most favored nation trade status with us, but also into the World Trade Organization. And the idea was that that was the best way to benefit both economies and to bring China to a point where we didn't take many people out of poverty and into the middle class and beyond. We've got to acknowledge that in all the years since the 1990s, when we improved our relations, following really on the leadership of Deng Xiaoping and the people who followed him, Jiang Zemin, Hu Jintao, our economies have been tied closer and closer together, again, to the great mutual benefit of both countries. I mean, the extraordinary rise of people out of poverty and to China, into the middle class and beyond. And here in the U.S., just the benefit to American companies investing in China, and also to American consumers who, as a result of our trade relations with China, were able to buy quality goods at lower prices than they otherwise would have. So there's a lot of griping, complaining on this side about China behaving unfairly with regard to intellectual property and trade generally. But the way to deal with that, it's a business dispute, is to sit down, talk to each other, negotiate, and work it out. We have to start talking to one another regularly again at the highest level. Our group has been involved, the group that made that statement has been involved in track 2 so-called discussions with former leaders of government in the People's Republic of China through the Chinese People's Institute of Foreign Affairs. We had a wonderful meeting last, I guess, December, maybe it was November. And we hope to go to Beijing for the next meeting sometime soon, hopefully over this summer. And it's we're just track 2, but each of us reports to our government after the discussions, and it's important for the 2 presidents and their top officials to not just meet once, but to have continuing dialogue, because I go back to what I said at the beginning. There's no relationship, I'll speak as an American, more important to the U.S. in the years ahead than our relationship with China. And I think it's a pretty important relationship for China as well.